The Minnesota Twins and pitcher Taj Bradley faced a significant setback on Wednesday evening, suffering a 10-5 defeat against the New York Yankees. This marks a troubling continuation for the Twins, who have now dropped 10 of their last 11 series, edging closer to what could become their first season with 90 losses since 2016. In this particular game, the Twins collectively amassed an impressive 29 hits and scored 21 runs over their previous 3 outings, yet they were only able to secure a single victory from these efforts. This paradox illustrates the ongoing difficulties the team has in overcoming the Yankees, which has led to an overwhelming 111-44 regular season record in favor of New York against Minnesota since 2002. A staggering .716 winning percentage. The Yankees have dealt the Twins 11 losses in their most recent 13 matchups. On the mound, Taj Bradley struggled significantly, giving up 7 runs in just 4 innings, tying his season high for runs allowed in a game for the 4th time this year. Despite generating some offense, the Twins couldn't recover from the early 5-run deficit they faced after 4 innings. The Yankees capitalized during the 4th inning, sending all 9 of their batters to the plate to score 5 times. Notably, Paul Goldschmidt and Jason Dominguez initiated the scoring sequence with back-to-back doubles off Bradley. This was followed by 4 consecutive Yankees reaching base with 2 outs, culminating in a 3-run homer from Trent Grisham. Grisham's homer, which was his second of the game and soared over the right field wall, came off a curveball that Bradley thought was well placed, but instead caught the lower part of the strike zone. Bradley reflected on his performance, stating, "I just feel like I was falling behind in counts after the first time through the order, and just not prioritizing the first pitch strike. I feel like I was trying to do too much. All those pitches started out of the zone, especially some of my fastballs getting away from me." This insight highlights a common struggle for pitchers, finding consistency and control in their delivery as the game progresses. Adding to the woes, Bradley committed a costly balk that allowed a run to score, exacerbating the Twins' situation further. Since being traded from Tampa Bay, Bradley has had a challenging time, surrendering 15 runs across just 3 starts against the Yankees this season. "They beat you when they get runners on, and they'll clip you for the multi-run home run," he added, summarizing the pressure that comes when facing such a potent lineup. Despite the uphill battle, the Twins managed to stage a mini comeback in the 5th inning, scoring 3 runs. Rookie Luke Keaschall contributed by hitting an RBI single with 2 outs and runners on base. Keaschall has been remarkable, reaching base in 40 out of his first 44 Major League games, a statistic that showcases his impressive transition to the big leagues. This was followed by a 2-run single from Brooks Lee that ultimately knocked Yankees starter Luis Gil out of the game. Gil, a former minor league player for the Twins, had been struggling himself, allowing 9 hits and 5 runs in 4 1/3 innings. Managing the game, Twins manager Rocco Baldelli expressed some optimism despite the loss. "We mixed in some good at-bats. It felt like almost every guy in the lineup had a good swing or 2. Probably could have scored a couple more runs than we even did," he noted. However, after cutting down the Yankees' lead to 2 runs, the Twins couldn't capitalize against the Yankees' bullpen, tallying only 2 hits over the remaining innings. The Yankees went on to secure their victory, adding 3 more runs in the latter part of the game, with Ryan McMahon delivering an RBI single and Cody Bellinger hitting a 2-run homer in the 9th inning, much to the delight of the Yankees fans present at Target Field. In a further setback, Twins outfielder Matt Wallner left the game due to back spasms, which will be evaluated further on Friday. "Probably get some medical imaging, just to be sure we're doing okay," Baldelli mentioned, adding, "He didn't look like he was in a terrible spot. He just looked a little tight." This injury could complicate the team dynamics moving forward, especially as they contend with a challenging month. What are your thoughts on the Twins' struggles? Can they turn their season around, or are we witnessing the potential end of an era for this team? Share your views in the comments.